I took my first shit 8 days after I started eating those. I was scared. I called in the doctor. I was like, hey, man, I have an arm that doesn't work, a leg that doesn't work. How do I lean? How do I wipe myself? He goes, don't worry about it. One of the nurses will do it. And I was like, okay. And then a fucking male nurse came in the room. They're allowed to have the job too. And this dude stood at the door and threw a pack of wipes. I go, what's that? He said, the doctor said you need to clean yourself. And I went, you're gonna do it. And I saw a grown professional nurse just go, oh, fuck. Like, he quit. I saw him quit his job. Isn't that crazy? Now, God, those little shits. I took a shower with the 6-year-old. He's 6, he's not 16. If you've never showered with a 6-year-old, let me give you some advice. Make sure it's yours. Otherwise, it's strange if you're like, what's your name? He's my son. And I wanted to, you know, I was trying to be like a fun dad. I offered him the shower head. I thought it was a fun, in the moment thing. I go, do you want to hold the shower head? And he was like, yeah. I give it to him. He just starts cleaning the shower. So, you know, after a minute, I'm like, can you wet me? And he goes, Tom, relax, all right? And then he looks up at me. He goes, you have a big penis. And I have a small one. I go, well, that's because mine's hard, buddy. We can make yours hard, too. Just gotta go like that. No. I did not jerk off my son. I just always wanted to say that. The truth is, he really did say, you have a big penis. And I have a small one. And what I really said, immediately, and I mean in a split second of him saying that, I went, no! And if you're like, why did you shout no? I think because in that split second, I thought, I don't want this to be some shit you start saying when we're out. I don't want to be in a store with him where he's like, do you have a big penis? And I gotta be like, yeah. You know how it is? And the guy's like, I don't know how it is. What the fuck was that all about? You know? The worst part is that I scared him. When I shouted, that's a terrible feeling. You see fear register on your own kid's face because of your overreaction. And I wanted to say the right thing, or whatever the right thing is to say in that situation, which I suppose would have been something like, you know, you didn't do anything wrong. You made an observation. I shouldn't have shouted. I'm sorry. Do you need therapy? I love you, man. Like, you know. But it was all happening so quickly that I didn't know what to say. So the fucking best I could come up with, I went, no, just shh. Now he's totally confused. He goes, you have a big penis. I have a small one. I go, well, don't fucking tell anybody. He goes, did Grandpa have a big penis? I go, I don't remember. I haven't seen it in a long time. Let's go ask Grandma. And we did. And he didn't. For the record, neither do I. I want to make that perfectly clear to everybody here. I do not have a big penis, but next to a 6-year-old, I got a fucking sledgehammer on me. Pretty proud of it. You almost broke the fucking stage, dude. The truth is this, I'm happy to be doing stand-up again and actually standing, because not long ago, I had a sports-related injury. I don't know if you know this or not. Well, if you don't know, I will try to say this with a straight face. Tom, the guy you see standing up here, I was severely injured whilst participating in a slam dunk contest. On a slightly lowered rim. Now, it was wild. If you don't know, I tore my patellar tendon right there, which, you know, whatever. Happened to Klay Thompson, happened to me, it happens to us. But I'm not Klay Thompson, so I also broke this arm. And it's all captured on video that I find very not funny, but a lot of people enjoy it. I have to tell people all the time, like, yeah, I didn't laugh a lot that night. And they're like, really? Yeah. There is one exchange that I do like to share, and it is this. Immediately after I was hurt, I was in the emergency room, and I was badly hurt. I had a shattered arm, a leg that didn't function, and they were prepping me for the operating room. And at that time, a trauma surgeon came into that room, and he looked at my x-rays, and he goes, car accident? And I got to lay there and go, dunk contest. And he goes, what was that? What did you just say? And I go, slam motherfucking dunk contest. And he goes, did a car hit you while you were dunking? I said, why don't you do your fucking job, all right? Some people don't know this. I was in the hospital for 3 weeks. That's a long time. And I don't think I would have made it through it if it weren't for my dear, dear friend, Dilaudid. Yeah. I did not realize that I have been fucking around with weed all these years when narcotics is where it's at, all right? That shit is electric. And if anybody ever offers you an oxy, say, hit me 2 times, because they're amazing and nothing bad will happen to you. Nah, your life will fall apart, but it'll feel good while it's happening. The only downside, really, is that you'll never shit again. I took my first shit 8 days after I started eating those. I was scared. I called in the doctor. I was like, hey, man, I have an arm that doesn't work, a leg that doesn't work. How do I lean? How do I wipe myself? He goes, don't worry about it. One of the nurses will do it. And I was like, okay. And then a fucking male nurse came in the room. They're allowed to have the job too. And this dude stood at the door and threw a pack of wipes. I go, what's that? He said, the doctor said you need to clean yourself. And I went, You're gonna do it. And I saw a grown professional nurse just go, oh, fuck. Like, he quit. I saw him quit his job. Isn't that crazy? Now, 5 days later, I had my second movement, and they sent in an old lady nurse, which is fine. But she talked the whole time. Do you know how terrible? You're all vulnerable. I was like, huh? And she's back there. She's like, how are we gonna clean up all this stool? I'm like, I don't know. Shut up. And she goes, my. You have so much hair back here. And I'm like, yeah, I do it for my dad. You know, like. I like to picture him up in heaven looking down, you know? Look at that hair on my son, isn't that nice? And God's with him, that is nice. I picture my dad naked, you know? I picture everybody in heaven naked. I don't think you're in heaven like, what shirt should I wear today? I think people are naked. I think God's naked. I think after a while it makes sense that my father would notice that God has a fucking piece on him, you know? It's God. I think it's enormous and glorious. I think it's blue. And I think it has a golden hue around it. I think after a while my dad would go, you know, can I touch that? And God's like, of course. You are one of my children. And he goes, thanks, that was neat. And then God says, do you want to see it snow? Oh, like that. That's what snow is. You didn't know that? It's snowing. Good. I hope I ruined snow for you. Now,